Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and welcome back to my channel! Hey everybody, hi, hello, it's me! And last weekend I ended up getting a little bit of a cold. I was very congested all weekend, very tired, very fatigued. So I'm feeling a little bit behind because I also took yesterday off from doing any kind of work. Didn't film anything, didn't stream or anything. But baby, it's Tuesday, isn't it? So we need to get to and get caught up. And the first thing we're going to catch up with this week is Miss Quirky Love Rosie has put a stop to all Texas-related content because folks on the internet found out who Remy was. They found old Reddit posts of Remy's. They found out all kinds of information about Remy. I haven't watched the video we're about to watch, but I do need to say I know that people found this info out about Remy. I think from the summaries of what I've read about, seen at different places on the internet, it mostly seems like people have outed that he is bisexual, which good for him. Happy for my queer family. That he's a chubby chaser, which I think is maybe, if anything, the only potentially problematic thing. Not that, finding larger bodies attractive is a bad thing, but when somebody self-identifies as a chubby chaser, I don't know, in my opinion, that's some weird fetish stuff sometimes. It sometimes is giving weird fetish stuff, and I think what we know about Remy and how he found Rosie from what Rosie shared herself on her channel is that he found her through that podcast where she was talking about being groomed into feederism or whatever, And so to that extent, it's this does feel kind of weird, right? That feels a little weirdly, like you were purposely seeking out her just because of her body, which, listen, that doesn't mean he's a feeder by any means. There's a difference between somebody who might be interested in chubby, bigger people versus somebody who's feeding people like Tommy Salami does, okay? But that was maybe the most alarming thing. Otherwise, it seems like people are mostly just really digging up some old stuff from him that, he probably didn't have the knowledge would be dug up when he started dating Miss Rosie Lynn Reed on the internet. And I also want to say, to all of that extent, y'all know how I feel about going this far into people's personal lives when they didn't necessarily intend for it to be shared. And that's that, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's been done to me. I've had friends on the internet who it's been done to. I think it's overstepping of boundaries. You want to see Rosie get up to some cringe stuff, then just sit and watch, because she's gonna do it. She's gonna give it to you every time, kids. Every time. You don't have to do all of this. And then also, though, caveat to that, and sometimes I think people get a little frustrated when I, provide all these prefaces, but I find it particularly important to do it with Rosie because in the past, I haven't given prefaces about my thoughts and feelings about Rosie, and then people have said, oh, I think you're being too harsh. I think you're being too mean. And all of my thoughts and feelings about Rosie do actually specifically, come with a preface, come with a caveat of this is a woman who's been incredibly parasocial with me, crossed many boundaries with me specifically, and has spent her time sitting in snark subreddits on the internet, not just about me, but Amber Lynn Reed, Trisha Paytas, etc., to name a few, okay? And she sits there and she dissects these people's lives and she gets very personal. Just by way of my own experience, she has commented on people that she suspected were dating my ex. She talked about my pet care, things like that, things that extend beyond what I've shared on the internet, okay? And she's done the same with Amber Lynn. She's commented on Amber Lynn's, at the time, ex-girlfriend's Instagram posts. She has DM'd Amber Lynn directly to try to discourage Amber Lynn from dating Tommy. She's done all kinds of stuff like this, and she really is getting to the find out part of fucking around. And I just say that just so you know that is the full energy I'm bringing into this. I don't wish this on her. And I think she's gonna realize that, like, maybe spending all of her time in these subreddits talking shit about people, digging up personal things about people's lives that didn't ask to be a part of the internet, she's gonna find out. She's finding out right now because people are doing the same thing to her. They're digging up all these posts about Remy. They're doing all of these things. Unfortunately, you know, I think this is gonna come at the cost of us getting to enjoy some cringe Texas content, you know, getting to watch her get these flowers delivered to her in that last live stream that we watched. That was peak cringe. That's what we could be watching if people would just let the show run without doing all of this. But I digress. I think I've yapped enough about the prefaces, but I do just think that's important so that if it comes across like I'm being so harsh or things like that, Miss Rosie, it's not because this is my first rodeo, okay? like I've been around the block a time or two with Rosie, and I have a whole playlist of content about her being weirdly that you can check out in the description box below, okay? I'm still feeling a little tiny remnant of stuffiness, so please forgive me, but I'm gonna shut the fuck up for now, and let's get to, shall we? And for what it's worth, I do have her sped up just a little bit because she talks slowly. This isn't an incredibly long video. This is not a live stream. I know we're used to just strictly live streams from Rosie, but this is a pre-recorded 17-minute long video that she uploaded to her channel.
Hi, welcome to me.
Hi.
I have a lot I need to say. First of all,
say it.
Excuse my appearance. I'm a little sweaty because I don't have a fan on me right now. And
it's time. Bestie, you look the same as you always do. you look the same as you always do. Also, the fact that this is like a pre-recorded video and she could, in fact, set up a fan and get herself in a state that she'd like to be in, but she probably felt like this was a level 100 emergency that she had to sit down and make a video about immediately. I'll also say, I think, like, giving this stuff attention, giving these trolls attention, is probably, again, not the move she wants to make. We just had a moment where she addressed somebody reaching out to Remy's mom, and she confirmed that they were successful in getting to Remy's mom, and now she's seemingly maybe going to confirm that all of these other things that they found out about Remy are true, and so that's going to really just encourage them to keep digging.
And, yeah, I just don't care, to be honest. There's a lot going on right now.
I don't care, to be honest, but I made a point to say, pardon my appearance.
Clearly, okay, so if you're not caught up to date, you're going to be like, oh, what's the new background? What's going on? Oh my god, yeah. So I'm in Texas visiting my boyfriend. And honestly, we're currently, I think, day 5 right now of me filming this. And honestly, I have so enjoyed being here. I am so happy
I've
to
so
be here.
enjoyed it.
I have been having such an incredible time.
I've been enjoying getting dick down on the glow-in-the-dark bed sheets. It's really been such a joy.
Pretty much almost majority off of my phone, except for when I've had to be, which is why I'm filming this right now and getting this out when I can. I needed to provide some updates to you guys.
Okay.
There will be no more lives for the duration of my trip. And I want to make something very clear. This was my decision. I actually made it, honestly, without even really talking to Remy about it because...
Okay, well, yes, you're an adult woman. I would assume you would make decisions about your YouTube channel on your own. You've known this guy in person now for 5 days. Why would you consult with him on business for your own channel, for your own income?
I have some stuff I'm about to get into.
Okay.
And
let's get into it, Rosie.
I'm really, really sorry.
Is she quiet, or are my ears still a little, like, clogged up from being sick this past weekend? I have her turned up all the way to the max, I think, on everything, so my apologies if the audio's off, or maybe I'm just still, like, coming down from being sick.
Members that signed up wanting specifically member-only lives, my compromise, and I promise you, I have a good reason, and I'm gonna get into it. But I promise you this, before I leave, there will be a members only exclusive pre-recorded video up, and if I'm able to, I want to try to get one piece of content up to members only first and then make it public.
I forgot when she got remonetized that she was teasing out. She was teasing it out. She was like, well, you're gonna want to be a member. Give me that money. Give me that money because I'm going to Texas and I'm going to have some members only content for you. I forgot. This is just like every other cash grab. Okay, divas, a series of unfortunate events happened. And my memory card got full and also my memory card broke all in the middle of me recording. I realized it quick enough. I got a different memory card. We're good to go. I was in the middle of ranting about the cash grab stuff, and my final thoughts about the cash grab stuff is just that this is no different than when she signed up for Twitch, she signed up for Patreon, she got all these people to give her money, and then she just left them high and dry when something bad in her life happened. Which I do, the similarity here is people taking things too far with her. And it's interesting how long she's gonna last on the internet as this being her job, because at this point I think it's very clear that people are just like not gonna leave her alone about it. Now, I did keep watching for a little bit before I realized so I'm gonna try to get back to the right spots and we'll get to.
As I will not be commentating on any information that was garnered, sourced, farmed through very invasive means.
Oh, I don't know. Did I say this already? Did I scroll back too far? Because also, is she just talking about them finding old Reddit posts, or was there something more that happened? I know I said that already, but did I say that already for you? I don't know. Hard to say.
I am not going to be bullied into a face reveal.
Oh, I didn't. Well, I did, but that didn't make that did get chopped off, because then the face reveal thing was what I was talking about when I realized that my memory card was full and that my memory card got broken. The face reveal thing is, I think I saw a tweet from Yaba from the YouTube Underground saying that Rosie was privacy striking anybody who put his picture in their content. I think I'd heard that.
You can go fuck yourself on that front.
Ooh.
We are...
And maybe I will fuck myself, Rosie. That's unrelated. I don't care if she does a face reveal or not. Give us wifey 2.0. I don't give a fuck.
Honest to God, I'm having an incredible time with him, and...
I'm sure you are.
Given the amount of information that has been happening, I have filed some privacy strikes. I will continue to file privacy strikes. I will not stop filing any privacy strikes that include any images, any personal details of which that were not published by me. Any videos that had any of that kind of information, please feel free to forward me that information.
She said, I will come for your asses. She'll come for Remy's ass too. Ooh.
We continue to file more privacy strikes. Or I guess we technically, but he is a private person.
Is he? Is he? He was just professing his love in a live stream to you the other day. I mean, private to what extent? I do agree it's probably frustrating to have some old posts that you made once upon a time. But also, it's not like he hasn't been in the background of your videos on a Discord chat, It's not like he hasn't chosen to participate in your content. That's like the blurred lines of is he a private person, or is he just you want them to respect his privacy to an extent, which I think is also fair. I'm just I don't know. This is what I'm trying to suss out from this video.
And he wants to be involved in my life, and he wants to be involved in my content to the degree that he is comfortable doing.
Sure.
Because he loves me. And he wants to be a part of my life and my world, and he doesn't want to change that, and neither do I.
You met him on a Thursday. It's barely Sunday. Slow down, crazy. Slow down.
But we are going to do things a bit differently. And I'm really, really grateful to say that we are more than good. Honestly. And I'm not going to...
It's giving honeymoon phase. It's giving high school romance. It really is. And also, the other thing, well, I guess he shared already that he's 25. If you don't know anything about, like, human development, I particularly studied college student development in grad school because I got a degree in higher education. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if you knew that. And honestly, truly, like, our brains don't stop forming until we're like 25, 26. This man is barely formed, okay? So it makes sense that he's approaching this from like a real young love type of situation, type of deal. You're 34, Rosie. Like, let's have some sense here.
Lit, hateful, bigoted people.
Bigoted?
Bigoted.
I will say I wouldn't be surprised if people aren't being some type of way about him being bisexual. And for that, if you're that person, stop being a loser. Stop being a loser. We love bi people here. We love poly people. We love non-binary, trans, all the spectrum of queer identities. We love that here. So if you're being a bigot about Remy's sexuality, go fuck yourself, like Rosie said.
People. Affect that.
What,
I'm gonna say this, and
is she reading off of something, or is she like looking at her dinner or something over there? What is she looking at?
I edit it out because what's so frustrating is these things that are being dissected are genuinely like innocent nothing burger posts that are just making fun of someone, like sharing parts of themselves on an anonymous website that honestly, like, there's nothing wrong with anything being said. It's just information that can be weaponized by malicious people. And so
you're confirming though that it's all him, because that's what they wanted you to do. I would agree from a lot of the stuff that I read or understood about what his posts were on Reddit, that like most of it was a nothing burger. It really wasn't. It's like a young person being a young person on the internet, to be honest with you. But I'm just like, why are you confirming to these people that those posts were his? Because that's what they wanted. That was the larger goal here, Rosie. If you're not connecting the dots.
To sit there and use someone's sexuality against them. When I have stated on this channel that I am bisexual and he is bisexual, and we're both queer people in like a hetero presenting relationship, you know, like, so for this to become like a bigoted thing is really fucking gross. Like, let's sit there for a second.
Let's sit there for a second.
Again, I don't know, but there's just so much that I'm having to come to terms with. Like, coming to terms with all this has just been very, very difficult. When I did the live, like my first live in this kitchen. She did do an additional live that I didn't react to. One of my moderators did send me some timestamps, but I'm like already behind, so I haven't watched that live stream. I haven't even really read through the timestamps that my moderator sent me, so I couldn't tell you what the fuck happens in that. Remy came home. People were like kind of clocking that like I seemed weird and that things seemed off, and they were. Well, to us.
Your name is quirky, love Rosie's, so not a stretch that people might be clocking you as weird.
I was hiding the fact that the day before that, someone called a wellness check on me to my home in Florida. They timed it.
Why are you confirming this? Why? I didn't even know that part. Why are you confirming this? Why are you telling people this now? I mean this with all sincerity. The best way to deal with these trolls is to not give them the attention they want. They want this level of attention. I'm just here to tell you that. Is what they want, and you're giving it to them. Nobody would have ever known that you had a wellness check. Like, Diva, what?
Brother got home from work. And I was trying to operate business as usual.
I mean, I don't disagree that that's fucked up. If you didn't see what she put, the caption she put, she said, my autistic brother, they put him in a situation with the police. I agree. That is fucked up. That is fucked up, and you have the right to be upset about that. And also, they're gonna do it again because you just let them know that it makes you upset. And I hate that, and I'm not blaming you for that, Rosie. I'm strictly trying to give you some survivalist tips from one content creator to another. You cannot let them win like this. This is what they want, okay? I'm not blaming you for their bad behavior. I'm giving you advice on how to deal with it in the future. Diva, you are doing exactly what they want you to do.
And I was trying to operate business as usual. So the vibes were weird because I was uncomfortable. And honestly, I've just been trying to find the compromise of like going live a few times while I'm here and then moving on. And, because I'm finally monetized, I can finally help my family. And so again, it's like, and like we need it. And so again, it's like, it's coming at a personal financial loss for me, and it sucks.
I mean, the thing is you could keep making content. There's nothing keeping you from posting some content while you're there. There's nothing keeping you from doing that. Like, whether you make content or not isn't going to change whether or not these people do this to you, especially because you already gave them the reaction they wanted anyways. You may as well keep filming. You may as well keep making content, Diva. You've given them what they want already.
And hi, Cleo. So it's just
honestly, that part of it, like, you're taking the money away from me. And my question is do you think this is gonna stop if you keep going as is, status quo? It's not. It's not, because they know that they can get you to just stop posting by doing shit like this. And, like, ultimately it's up to you what you want to do, but this concept of, like, wanting me to feel bad for you because you can't make money, that this is coming at a loss of income for you. Well, you didn't have to do this. You didn't have to address any of it. Like, obviously protect your peace, protect your space. If you want to just enjoy your time in Texas with Remy without having to deal with it, then do that. Absolutely do that. But, like, this isn't going to stop because you make this video threatening to privacy strike people and then stop posting content. Like, if this is the, like, option you want to help make money for your family, then we need to put some things in place, Diva.
I'm gonna enjoy my trip, and there will be vlogs, but I want to make it very, very clear.
Make it clear, baby.
I've seen every post. I've seen everything. I've known about a lot of this since the end of January. These people...
This poking and prodding has been happening for a good minute.
Have been sitting on this information and waiting to release it and use... and again, it's like, at this point... Between, like, the wellness check and everything else, and everything that's happened since back in December, like... What I need people from, like, Grow World to understand is when I say this, I'm not talking about the entirety of the reaction community. And I've said this before, I think, in my last live. There's this...
I know she isn't talking about the entirety of Grow World community, because I know not everybody in Grow World behaves like this. In fact, I don't even know that the people who are doing this to her would consider themselves a part of the Grow World community. I, as a person who, by choice or not, is considered a part of the Girl World community, am here trying to give you advice, Diva. Stop giving these people attention!
Of people.
They're fucked up! I mean, it is fucked up that they're calling a wellness check when they know that Rosie's not there, so that her brother has to deal with the nonsense. That is, in fact, fucked up. I agree, 100%. Please do not feed the trolls.
I think Grow World, they use it as a cover to cyberstalk. what is happening right now is cyber stalking, and at this point it's gang cyber stalking, which unfortunately isn't the first time I've experienced this.
I don't. I'm immediately sus though when somebody does bring up gang stalking, but also my context for gang stalking really comes specifically just from a guy named Frank Tofano, who I cover on my re-upload channel sometimes, and he doesn't seem to have it all together, and so it's worrisome to me that she's bringing up gang stalking right now.
And this goes beyond reaction content. This goes beyond making fun of me, thinking we're cringy.
Well, you
I guess
are.
at least the one bright side to this is this confirms the conspiracy theory that he's fucking 21 instead of 25, wherever the fuck that came from, is, not true. At least that's been kind of settled.
Well, Diva, it might have something to do with the decor of his bedroom looking like a 14-year-old's room. Like, Diva.
Because, being called a predator and shit because I'm in a relationship with an age gap with someone who I met when he was 25 is fucking weird. Like, people are being insane. They are making up shit and stating it as fact, and everyone's just believing them.
I mean, here's what I'll say about that then, Rosie. And this really is a dead horse that's been beaten and beaten and beaten. But one of the top comments on the last time that I brought up a dead horse is it really a dead horse if the horse keeps getting up and doing stupid shit? To which I agree. So pardon me while I metaphorically beat the dead horse, okay, in Minecraft or whatever. But I'm here to say, she's talking about people allegedly making up just lies about her and Remy, and people just believing it with no facts, no proofs. No proofs. It's exactly what she did when it came to talking about Poe. Specifically Poe, okay? When she got on to her platform on youtube.com and live streamed, and with her full chest said that I neglected Poe and nobody was talking about it, and it made her so upset. And then she later came back and was like, I didn't really know that. Fuck around, find out, Rosie. Fuck around and find out. Isn't that something? Isn't it shitty to have to sit there and hear people say things that are not true about you? Because the same people that you took all that information about me as fact from, they're also making up really horrid lies that I steal medication from my dog. They make up really horrid lies that I abused my ex. They're making up much more salacious, awful, terrible lies that they're just presenting without fact. So maybe now you can relate. Diva. Maybe we should focus on what the actual facts are, Diva. Okay, Rosie?
Alarming. And so, at this point, I'm rambling a little bit. Again, I don't know how much of this I'm going to edit out, but I kind of want to circle back for a second.
Okay, circle back.
I'm definitely going to have members only exclusive video up in the next week or so.
Let's go.
To make up for the fact that for my safety, I cannot go live. And I'm genuinely sorry.
Okay. All right.
I wish I could change it. To the people who paid, the people who support me, I appreciate you, and I am sorry.
I am curious about her safety in this situation. Is she worried that she's gonna get swatted while she's live or something? Did something with that happen? I'm trying to gauge how much her safety is actually at risk, because as far as I know, this is all spurred on by people finding old Reddit posts about Remy. Well, I guess now that I'm saying all of that, if you're in the comments saying, but Zach, what about? I'm here to tell you, I was momentarily forgetting about what happened with her brother. So I guess maybe that's her concern, is that something's gonna happen while she's live streaming and she doesn't want that to happen. And I guess the reality for her is that she might just have to deal with that being a potential a potential thing to happen to her in the future, and maybe she just doesn't want it to happen in Texas, or are we just, like, not gonna live stream ever again, you know?
I may get one piece of pre-recorded content up at some point.
Okay.
It's not gonna be, like, my intro vlog. I might just be something random, like, that's, like, low edit effort, because I don't want to spend my time here editing.
Girl,
I've been soaking up every moment with my boyfriend, and...
Girl, I've seen your vlogs. It's not like you put a lot of time into the editing anyways, girl. Let's just get to, diva. Honestly.
I love it here. I think Texas is cool. I love this area. I'm so happy to be here. You guys, I think one of the best things about meeting Remy is that I've been finding more comfort in being a more reserved version of myself, and it's weird watching how some people are interpreting that.
Being a more reserved version of yourself? You told us so much about your relationship with him. What have you been reserved about? You could have been reserved about this situation, but here you are posting a 17-minute long video about how the trolls won.
More reserved behavior, as if, like, I'm not happy to be here or whatever. You know?
Girl, no, and also, listen, I didn't catch the last live stream, like I said, but that first live stream was not you being reserved. You were gushing, girl. You were straight up gushing.
It's crazy because I've had to do a lot of shit that I haven't done in months. I had to go to, I separated myself from the Reddits and stuff. I had to start going in. I have people that were helping me kind of get timely updates as things were transpiring, and
I had to separate myself from the Reddits, but I was having people get me timely updates. Timely updates about what? Girl, she is addicted to the Reddit. She needs to take a look at her connection to Reddit and her need to be on there on the forums.
It's like I learned a few things I wish I didn't know. Like certain people who said they were never going to react to me again are reacting to me again. Oh, wild! Didn't know that.
That feels like a dig at Australian Zach. That feels like a dig at pulpy syntax. That's what that feels like. Listen, everybody's allowed to change their mind. Everybody is. I also don't know what he specifically said about reacting or not reacting to Rosie. But, people try to say that with me and Amberlynn and Girl World and this, that, the other all the time. And I specifically, at least when it comes to this most recent break that I took around this time last year, actually, from Girl World content and Amberlynn content and things like that, I specifically said that I was just taking a break from it for the time being, and maybe forever, maybe not. Like, I didn't know what was going to happen with it, but I just needed to take a break from it. So, listen, I support Pulpy if he wanted to come back to reacting to old Rosie Lynn Reed. I think that's fine. I think that's okay. And I don't believe that she suddenly learned this from her intel checking the subreddits or whatever. She's like, You're clearly still keeping tabs on who is making content about you. You're keeping tabs probably on subreddits that are about you. Like, you tell on yourself constantly. You tell on yourself constantly related to it. And that's fine. If you want to look at him, girl, at this point. Like, I don't understand.
That certain people who I've been no longer in contact with are still obsessing over me, and people are talking about it on Reddit, calling them out for their weird ass parasocial ass behavior. Real.
Certain people I'm no longer in contact with are still obsessing over me, and Reddit is calling them out about their weird ass parasocial behavior. Girl, why are you on Reddit? Girl, why are you on Reddit? Get off of there! Get off of there! Enjoy your time in Texas. Get dicked all the way down by Remy. Get dicked all the way down. Wallow in his glow-in-the-dark bed sheets, okay? Enjoy every second of it. Stay off of fucking Reddit. Get off of there. Stop reading about yourself.
No, it's just, this drama's exhausting. That's why I looked so tired in my last live. I was exhausted because, you know, like...
But you're having such a good time in Texas. Texas is so wonderful and amazing. God, it's crazy how similar she actually sounds to Amberlynn, and she constantly is like, don't compare me to Amberlynn, don't compare me to Chantal, I'm nothing like the girls. And I definitely think she's unique in her own ways, and she's different from them in her own ways. But if that isn't exactly fucking Amberlynn Reed in Wisconsin, talking about how happy she is, how she's never been happier in her life, while simultaneously talking about how she has to take breaks from the internet because she can't handle it and she's mentally unwell and this, that, the other, then you're not the happiest you've ever been. Then you're not. And I'm here to say the same thing to you. If you're exhausted right now because of things happening on the internet, and this is from a girlie that's right there with you, because listen, except that I wasn't pretending to be happy. I think y'all knew I was struggling this time last year. But I'm here to tell you, then take your break. But don't sit over here and tell me this story. This story that you're so happy, this is the happiest you've ever been, because you're not. You're clearly not happy. Get off of Reddit. Enjoy getting dicked down by Remy. Be happy with your boyfriend in Texas, girl.
I was like so... This goes beyond, like, internet shit, dude. I don't know.
Oh, and then you're saying it goes beyond the internet stuff, so you're really not happy then. I'm not saying that she can't be enjoying some aspects of her time with Remy while simultaneously also being upset about something else or stressed about something else, because we are humans, we contain multitudes, it is possible to have feelings of both happiness and sadness. Been there. Casey Musgraves wrote a whole song about it called Happy But Sad at the Same Time. I get it, girl, but like, you need to stop playing pretend. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining, girl.
But I'm gonna keep living my life. I will not bow down to this.
Don't.
And that's not a threat or a challenge, it's just...
I won't bow down to this, but I will make a whole video giving the trolls exactly what they want.
Not gonna do it, I'm not.
I won't bow down to this, but I will stop posting content on my channel. like, girl, you already bowed down.
I'm not gonna let them win. I'm safe, I am so happy to be here.
So happy, as she's noted.
But, I have to revoke their access to me while I'm here. And I'm really, really sorry to the people that support me and care about me and are happy for me and want to be involved and are looking forward to the cooking lives.
Listen, at this point, it's 2 strikes. It's 2 strikes. This is 2 times now that you have not followed through on things that you promised to people who paid you something for those things. All right? You should have just taken your free AdSense money and the super chats people gave you from your lives and not promised anything that was going to come from your members-only content, because it's clear you have a problem with following through at this point.
There's 2. But this is what I have to do. And I'm sorry to anyone if you are confused, if you don't have the full context. For safety reasons, I'm not going into specifics. But again, the details, the aspects of his life, I'm going to let him share what he wants to share when he's comfortable sharing it. Because no one had the right to do what's been done.
I'm not gonna confirm anything, but I am letting you know that people took things too far and thus confirm that everything that they found was correct. Alright, yeah, if people on your channel don't know now, they're gonna go search it out on their own. Like, they're gonna go seek it out on their own. You're bringing more attention to it, Diva.
I knew that this was going to happen at some point.
Especially with how often she sits there and talks about Reddit and stuff. You think those people aren't going to be like, oh, well, she's talking about how she saw something on Reddit. They're going to go look for you on there. That's essentially what you're doing, Diva. Like, I don't know. I mean, this is coming also from my own personal experience. I really, not that I expect her to take any of my advice or anything like that. I guess really I'm giving this advice to, I don't know, anybody who might be watching that wants to become a social media public figure in the future. But it's just not the way to do it. And it's coming from my own personal experience. I'm here to tell ya.
Parts of this were going to happen, specifically like the breaking down of his completely innocent Reddit posts. Like, completely innocent. And also, you just don't know how much people can change, and it's funny, because, like, he doesn't even really look like his photo anymore. He's like, he doesn't want me to go into specifics, and I'm not going to. But he doesn't even, like, look like that anymore. It's kind of funny. But...
He doesn't want me to go into specifics, but just so you know, that picture that's going around of him, he doesn't even look like that anymore. He doesn't, but he doesn't want me to go into specifics. Shut up, Rosie! Just stop talking! You've already told us at a different point that he's 6'2" and has green eyes, girl. Like, you're gonna give us the info anyways because you can't stop talking.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, there's a lot of people very dedicated to finding a reason to reinforce the narrative of me being a villain. And I refuse to let these people drag me back to who I used to be. I'm not perfect, and I'm going to keep making mistakes from time to time.
Who you used to be in what regards? When? What person are we talking about? What past version of Rosie?
Honestly, I love him a lot. I'm
God.
So grateful to be here, and I'm so lucky to have him, and I am not going to jeopardize that or play into that for content. Get the fuck out. I'm not doing all that. So, that is why my vibe was weird. That's why I looked stressed and tired. That's why I've been feeling very physically ill a lot of my trip, because...
But she's the happiest. She's just been so happy to be here with him.
The stress is making me sick.
Okay. Alright, Rosie. Are we done here?
I think we are venturing out tonight, but it's been difficult.
Can we wrap this up?
It's just been like one thing after another, and I've just been keeping my cortisol levels low, and just being here with Remy has really helped with that a lot.
Oh, okay.
I love it here.
Love it here.
And,
I love it here. I'm having such a good time. Remy is making me so happy. Oh, by the way, I'm pissed off and you won't win.
I look forward to sharing what I can with you guys later on. I
am texting somebody back right now because it's just like, girl, what? Like, let's wrap it up.
If you want real-time, in-the-moment updates here and there, follow me on Instagram. Bars on everything.
You know,
want to know, like,
I do think she posted something on Instagram. I might have to pull that up because I do think, I mean, I'm blocked on Instagram, but I do have folks who will send me stuff, and I think somebody did send me her Instagram story, so we can go watch that real quick after this.
Your stories are probably going to be the best place. Again, I don't know how much of what I'll be posting when, but to the people that support me, I really am sorry.
Oh, okay.
I really am.
I'm sorry once again I've let you all down. Okay, I am interested. I don't remember what was important about the I mean, it was shared with me without any context, so it might not even really be related whatsoever to this. But one of my mods did send me her Instagram story, so I'm curious.
Sup? I'm aware of what's going on. No, I don't want to talk about it. And I don't know if I'm going on.
Oh, I think this must have been before she posted this video, because obviously she went on to talk about it.
Again until I get back home. I haven't decided yet. But other than that, I'm having an amazing time.
Oh, yes, of course.
And, yeah, y'all can keep being insane in internet land. I'm gonna enjoy being with my boyfriend.
Work, yeah. And that's what you did, because then you made a 17-minute long video.
Because fuck anybody who's trying to fuck with that and be...
Exactly.
So heinously evil and malicious.
Right.
Some of y'all need a fucking hobby that isn't hating fat bitches on the internet.
Ooh. Have you taken your own advice there, Diva? What about all that time you spent in my subreddit? What about all that time you spent in Amber Lynn's subreddit? What about all that time you spent in Trisha Paytas's subreddit? Oh, okay. All right. Well, I think Trisha was on some other kind of forum. I don't think that was subreddit, but that could have been. I don't know. I don't know exactly where that was happening. I just know that it happened.
And honest to God, that's all I gotta fucking say.
Okay.
There's also stuff that the internet doesn't know.
Uh-huh. That must be the stuff about Levi.
I'm obviously frustrated. But I will not be speaking on anything that's been revealed without people's consent.
And yet she went on to talk about it. She went on to talk about it.
And I'm not speaking to any of it.
And she did. She's doing it in this Instagram story, and she goes on to make the 17-minute long video.
If I don't stop talking, I'm gonna say shit I'll regret. So, later.
Sometimes the only closure you need is understanding you deserve better. Okay. I think the rest of this is just... I think the rest of this is just weirdo inspirational like Pinterest-ass quotes. So I think we're good there. And again, let me just say for all intents and purposes, like, obviously people should leave her the fuck alone in that regards. Like, they shouldn't be calling the police to do a wellness check on her home. They should just let her introduce Remy in the time that she wants to. But she really fucked around and found out now, didn't she? She really did. She really did. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I'll have more coming on the way as I continue to feel better. So get into it. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I had so much fun today. I hope you did too, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!